Hello friends, welcome to Programming Concepts. My name is Amit and this is part 6 of our What's New in .NET 8 and C# 12 series. In today's video, we will explore Alias Any Type, one of the new features introduced in C# 12. If you want to learn .NET Core from scratch, you can check out our dedicated playlist. I will share the link in the description. So, as per Microsoft, you can use the using alias directive to alias any type, not just named types. That means you can create semantic aliases for tuple types, array types, pointer types, and other unsafe types. This feature supports most types with a single exception that we will discuss in this video. First, let's go to the Visual Studio. I already created an application in .NET 7, and in the program.cs file we have the default hello world content to print. Let's go to the project file, and you can see implicit usings is enabled by default. Let me disable it. And you can see in the program.cs file we have an error. The error is the name console does not exist in the current context. Console is present under system, so we can prepend system dot. And you can see the error is gone. Now we can also use the using statement, so type using system semicolon, and now we don't have to use system every time we use console. All right, now if you don't like the word console, you can create an alias for system.console. Let's say using print is equal to system.console. And instead of console, we can use print. It will work the same way. So aliasing is nothing new. Prior to C# 12, it was already possible to use aliases for built-in types, as we have just seen. Let me create another alias for system.collections.generic. So we do something like this, using custom generic is equal to system.collections.generic, and we can use it like custom generic.list. Let's say list of string. Let's name it aliases. Simple, extremely simple. In a real-time project, we can have classes with the same name but in different namespaces. And if we have to use such classes in a single class, we can use aliases to avoid name conflicts. Try it by yourself. Let's quickly try using an alias with tuples. Let's say I want to return multiple values from my method. So I can return like, let's say int emp id, comma string emp name, comma int emp salary. So these are my return types, and let's the method name be get emp info, and let's return 1 comma Amit comma let's say 10,000. Here I just take the example of an employee. Some may think we can create a class, but that's the purpose of tuple. This eliminates the need for temporary classes. Now let me try to create an alias for this return type. Let me just copy this return type, and at the top we can use the using statement. So type using custom emp info is equal to, let me just paste it, and we get an error. Feature using type alias is not available in C# 11.0. Please use language version 12.0 or greater. So let me upgrade the target framework to 8. And you can see the error is gone. Now, instead of returning this tuple, we can use the alias for this tuple. Just replace it with custom EMP info. Now the code is much cleaner and more readable. Simple, extremely simple. Let's quickly take a few more examples. Let's take the example of int of array. So using int array is equal to int and then square brackets. Then int array, let's say numbers, is equal to, within curly braces, let's say 1 comma 2 comma 3, and that's it. We alias array of int. Similarly, for list of strings, we can use it using string list is equal to system dot collections dot generic dot list and list of string. So if I have to use it, I can write string list, let's say names, is equal to new string list. Simple, extremely simple. Now, as we mentioned earlier, we cannot alias everything, and one example is referencing nullable reference type. It will not work. So string is a reference type, and if I try to create an alias for nullable string, it will throw an error. Let's see that. Let's type using x is equal to string question mark semicolon. And you can see we have an error, and the error is using alias cannot be a nullable reference type. Now if I change string to int, what do you think? Will it work? Let's see that. Let me change string to int, and you can see the error is gone because int is a value type and not a reference type. Now if I create a list of nullable string, will the compiler allow it? Let's see that. So type using y is equal to system.collections.generic.list and then string question mark. You can see it is working because the alias is for a list of nullable string, which is itself not a nullable reference type, even though it contains one as a type argument. Simple, extremely simple. Let's quickly summarize this video with some statements from Microsoft. So C# introduced the ability to alias any type with a using directive. This feature allows you to specify aliases that map to other types. This includes tuple types, pointer types, array types, and even non-open generic types, all of which are then available in your code. This feature is especially useful when working with long or complex type names, when you need to disambiguate types and resolve potential naming conflicts, when defining value tuple types that you intend to share in an assembly, when you want to add clarity to your code by using more descriptive names. So that's it from this video. I hope you liked the content. If you have any questions related to this video, feel free to ask me in the comments. Thank you for watching.